Right now at 5, a rally at UWL for campus safety and more.
And why Wisconsinites are spending more for groceries compared to other states.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozarowski. A march taking over parts of UW La Crosse today.
The Women for Women rally put a spotlight on campus safety and more. News 8 Now's Grace Monk was there.
UWL students are speaking up for women's rights and safety on campus.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
The rally focused on protecting equality in UWL's Race, Gender, and Sexuality department.
It's a really big, important part of campus to create inclusivity.
Everyone here is very focused on just like love. There's no room for hate at this campus.
As well as keeping women safe from sexual violence.
With the depletion of the Department of Education, or the proposed depletion, that comes with also getting rid of Title IX, which protects women on campus who have been assaulted or harassed.
My choice!
In February, 2 UWL students were charged with sexually assaulting women on campus.
I think a lot of people feel unsafe on campus right now. I think especially with underclassmen and even upperclassmen, just knowing that you're in the same dorm as some type of the behaviors that is happening is extremely uncomfortable.
Organizers hope the school will continue to protect women that live both on and off campus.
It's hard to speak out, and I think having that Title IX protection here on campus makes them more comfortable.
Just even going to a school where you know that stuff is happening, like right next door, that's unacceptable.
UW Eau Claire has a new interim chancellor. It's Michael Carney. He's the current interim provost and vice chancellor of academic affairs. Current chancellor Jim Schmidt is leaving to become the president of James Madison University in Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Tomah has a new police chief. It is Assistant Police Chief Eric Pedersen. The Tomah High graduate was an MP in the U.S. Army before joining the police department in 2005. He is replacing outgoing Chief Scott Holm. Pedersen takes on the new role April 19th.
A News 8 Now follow-up. A former federal employee in northern Wisconsin has her job back. We spoke to Haley Manitowski last month after she was fired. She worked for the U.S. Forest Service in Ashland. On Facebook today, Haley revealed that she has her job back. 2 weeks ago, a U.S. district judge ordered the White House to reinstate over 16,000 employees fired. The reason, the firings were likely unlawful.
Well, the money keeps pouring in for the Supreme Court race in Wisconsin.
And what's happening now could become routine in future races. News 8 Now's Allison Fergut is here with more. Allison.
As we get closer to Election Day, it's harder and harder to escape the ads. It's thanks in part to campaign spending reaching new heights. In the 2023 state Supreme Court race, spending hit a record $56 million. But this election has already shattered that with $81 million. A large chunk of that money is coming from donors who live outside Wisconsin.
Billionaires like Elon Musk like putting their hands in the election? No.
Democrats started pouring a lot of money in. Now the Republicans try to match that.
So why all this outside money? Well, this race will set the majority for the Supreme Court. That could be the deciding factor for the future of abortion rights, worker rights, and even the future of partisan politics in the state. But that majority could be short-lived. There's another state Supreme Court election next year. In fact, there will be one every year for the next 5 years. So we're not going to break anytime soon. Coming up tonight at 6, hear from a UWL professor on how this race is setting the bar for future state Supreme Court races. Reporting in the studio, Allison Fergut, News 8 Now.
Allison, thank you.
The city of La Crosse wants to help homeowners. It's offering up paint and fix-up grants. You can get up to $1,000 towards home improvement things like paint and stain. The money is given out on a first-come, first-served basis. To see if you qualify, go to cityoflacrosse.org/paintfixup.
La Crescent is officially a tree city. For the 7th time, the city has received the designation of 2024 Tree City USA by the Arbor Day Foundation. This is awarded to communities that show a commitment to planting, growing, and maintaining trees. To qualify, a city must maintain a tree board or department, have a community tree ordinance, and spend $2 per capita on forestry.
A lot of community benefits of trees. Reduced energy costs for residents of the community, reduces stormwater pollution, increases property values, provides wildlife habitat, There's just so many benefits that trees provide to a community.
La Crescent will celebrate the designation April 25th in Old Hickory Park.
Well, the main story for this going throughout this week is, yes, the 70s are back. It's going to be a very warm Friday. Now, we do have some rain chances along the way and kind of a weekend mess coming up too, but we definitely do have some enjoyable temperatures for the next couple days. Today's temperatures got up to the mid to upper 50s, a little bit warmer than yesterday, around 51 to Ladysmith, so all in all, not too bad of a day. We do have an area of light rain and even some light snow further north. A cold front's going to be pushing closer to the area. It won't get through here, but it is going to provide at least an opportunity to see some of this light rain go throughout the evening. Right now, it's going to be a few more hours till we see that activity actually get closer to the area. Right now, it's still west of Minneapolis. It's going to be fairly light amounts, but it will come through probably about 8 to 9 for La Crosse area getting close. For areas closer to I-94, it's probably going to be more closer to 2 or 3 in the morning. You're going to start seeing some of this activity push that way. It may linger through the morning commute, but it's just going to be some very light rain and rain only, as temperatures will stay above freezing. In fact, some areas will stay probably in the low 40s overnight, while areas to the northeast of I-94, well, they won't see much of the rain and cloud cover. They'll be more into the low to mid 30s. So all in all, not a bad start. Later on, we'll break down. Yes, unfortunately, we do have a wet, damp, and wintry weekend for some, so we'll break all that down a bit later.
All right. Thanks, Greg. Well, Jersey Mike's is helping out the Special Olympics. All of today's sales will go directly toward helping local athletes. Customers in the state were able to meet some of those athletes whose dreams they'll be helping make possible.
A percentage of sales go back to Special Olympics Wisconsin throughout the month, but on the day of giving today, we receive 100% of the sub sandwich sales.
And if you want to help the cause, Jersey Mike's in Onalaska is open until 9.
Happening around Wisconsin, bad news at the grocery store. According to Wallet Hub, Wisconsinites spend more on groceries than shoppers in 24 other states. People are spending 2% of their monthly income. So if you make about $75,000, you're spending $126 on a single trip to the store. And when it comes to eggs and meat, prices here are still high, but the price for bakery items are on the way down.
The Milwaukee Brewers have a new ticket system at American Family Field. It is called Go Ahead Entry. Fans just have to download the MLB Ballpark app, tap Enroll, and then scan their face. Then when they reach the park on game day, facial recognition confirms their identity, so they just walk right into the park.
We thought this was an opportunity to create a magical ballpark entry experience.
Now, that new system is completely voluntary and available at just 2 of those gates. Fans can still enter by scanning tickets.
Well, the messaging app mess gets messier. The Atlantic releasing stunning new texts and what the White House is now saying.
Plus, big news involving GameStop, why more stores are about to disappear.
When you have a drain backup, you need help fast. From slow drains to clogged mains, we solve it all. Maxwell White has been solving sewer, septic, and drain issues in the La Crosse Coulee region for more than 30 years. Fast, reliable, and professional. Call or book online today.
Wherever you are in Wisconsin, there's a free and confidential Aging and Disability Resource Center, ADRC, or Tribal Partner Agency. We're here for older adults, adults with disabilities, and your families. ADRCs are a bridge to support for benefits and financial assistance, transportation, in-home care, and more. Get to know your local ADRC and connect with resources now. Call toll-free 1-844-WIS-ADRC or go to findmyadrc.org.
There's been a lot of talk about this Supreme Court race, but here's what's really at stake. Brad Schimmel wants to make sure women don't have the right to make their own health care decisions. If he wins, that right is gone. I'm Susan Crawford, a former prosecutor, a common sense judge, and a mom. And I trust women to make their own healthcare decisions. Brad Schimmel doesn't, but I always will. And that's why I'm asking for your vote.
In 1925, a new furniture store opened its doors in Fountain, Minnesota. The business was called the Fountain Furniture Company. Today, 100 years and 4 generations later, we're Drury's, where you'll find a focus on principles that have given us staying power. Handle quality furniture, maintain a professional staff, and a commitment to customer service. We invite you to stop in and find out for yourself how this big store in a tiny town has lasted. Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota, family owned for 100 years.
Toma Health Infusion Services provides compassionate care for our community.
My name is Ron Jenkins. I live in Sparta, Wisconsin. The best experience is the staff that is here, the nurses.
He's received some of our services, such as the chemotherapy, blood transfusions, and lab draws.
I would recommend it to anybody. They are just fantastic here. It's just like home.
Toma Health Infusion Services, caring for our community.
Slow or clogged sink, toilet, or main drain? Maxwell White can help. Ask about our $99 mainline drain opening special. Includes a free camera inspection. Address the root problem now to avoid costly repairs or future damage. Call or book online today.
Well, the group chat fallout grows. The Atlantic magazine publishing new signal texts.
And those texts exposing some sensitive military details used in Yemen strikes. CBS's Erica Brown has the latest.
The heads of the Senate Armed Services Committee are asking the White House for an Inspector General investigation into use of the messaging app Signal for a group chat about a highly sensitive military operation.
We are working and exchanging papers right now.
The White House denies any classified information was discussed in the chat that inadvertently included the Atlantic's editor-in-chief. But Wednesday, the magazine published more excerpts showing detailed information about the strikes on Houthi rebels in Yemen, including launch times.
What the Atlantic released today is confounding and extremely disturbing to any American who worries about our national security and our safety.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said nobody was texting war plans.
There's no units, no locations, no routes, no flight paths, no sources, no methods, no classified information.
Two top intelligence officials who were part of the chat were back on Capitol Hill Wednesday, this time facing House lawmakers asking about what was disclosed.
The conversation was candid and sensitive. But as the President National Security Advisor stated, no classified information was shared. There were no sources, methods, locations, or war plans that were shared.
Democrats are pushing back.
I think they intentionally misled Congress into trying to believe that this was some casual conversation. This is a war plan, and American lives are at risk.
Lawmakers are now seeking a classified briefing with White House officials about the leaks. Erica Brown, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Today marks 1 year since the Francis Scott Key Bridge disaster in Baltimore. A container ship lost power and hit that bridge, the accident killing 6 construction workers who were repairing potholes at the time.
We remember the cold morning in March that changed our state forever. And we remember the tears that we shed and the uncertainty that we all felt.
A new nearly $2 billion bridge should be ready by 2028.
Well, it's game over for more GameStops. The company announced its plans to shutter a significant number of its locations over the next few months. GameStops have been gradually disappearing, closing nearly half of their stores from a decade ago. Company officials say they've had trouble adapting to the streaming era and the way it changed consumer spending habits.
We will have more news ahead.
But first,
definitely enjoy the above average temperatures this week before it gets wet and wintry this weekend and then colder going into early next week. We'll break down the precipitation and the temperatures coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
This Thursday, one day only, earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee Fuel Saver for every $60. That's a 30-cent Fuel Saver for every $60 you spend in-store and online. Thursday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you. So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Voters deserve to know what our records are.
Susan Crawford's record
Disturbing and dangerous. A 7-year-old girl sexually assaulted. The attacker faced 100 years. Crawford let him off with only 4.
I don't regret that sentence.
A 5-year-old violated. The predator should have rotted in prison. He got out in just 2 years. She protected them, not us.
I don't regret that sentence. I am proud of the work that I've done.
Susan Crawford, putting criminals over your kids.
We are all here to support one another.
Hi, I'm Greg.
Hi, Greg.
I bought our vacuum at a box store. I was shopping for groceries and I came out with a vacuum.
I did the same. I was shopping for clothes.
Candles.
Kitty litter.
Hey, group, we're not here to judge. We all made the same mistake before deciding to go to A1 Vacuum to make the right purchase. I'm sorry.
A1 Kitty litter.
Our business is picking up.
In the hunt, every detail matters. It's not just about the thrill, but a passion for the craft. And in the end, it's about the people you get to be with. At Overhead Door, it's about our team and those we get to serve. We can repair any garage door, but we only install the best. Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region since 1921.
This Thursday, one day only, earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60. That's a 30-cent fuel saver for every $60 you spend in-store and online. Thursday only, and only at Hy-Vee.
Yeah, we're going to be tracking a little bit of light rain tonight, probably enough maybe to wet the ground in some areas, but we're not expecting a lot of rainfall with this, and all in the form of rain, given temperatures will be above freezing. But really the evening will be pretty quiet until we get maybe closer to 9 or 10. You'll start seeing this band and maybe a little bit more sprinkles and showers approach maybe towards the Mississippi River. Then after midnight, this area kind of begins to expand a little bit further east, but it does also break up. So even though you might see a little bit of light rain going towards I-94, even Eau Claire, towards the morning, you might see a little bit more for the morning commute. It's not going to amount to too much and just be light. It'll continue to persist probably until about 7 or 8 a.m. for areas south of I-90. Otherwise, we'll see decreasing clouds towards the noon hour. Temperatures continue to climb. So there's that light rain amount. Amounts maybe traced to, if you're lucky, maybe 2/10, but I think most areas will stay probably under 1/10 of an inch with this amount of rainfall. Tomorrow, more 60s with the sunshine, 50s to the north. So that's the good news. As we go into Friday, we might see a few storms or showers going into Friday morning. That's a slight chance for that because a warm front's going to be lifted north. And you can see the warm front is going to allow our temperatures to get up to the upper 70s, maybe at 80 out of there, but it's going to be kind of sitting right to the north of Eau Claire. That's where the temperatures really drop off to the 50s. And that's where the shower chance tomorrow will probably be better further north of I-94 Friday into Friday night. Mainly dry here, I think, for most day of Friday and going into Friday night. Then as you look at the temperatures on Saturday, that front's going to kind of start sagging a little bit south. You can see the temperatures overall difference from the 60s south to the low 40s. So it's going to start cooling down, and precipitation type gets more in a factor as we go into late Saturday afternoon and evening for areas north of I-94 with this system, or a series of systems kind of going along this front. So if we kind of look at what we're expecting here, Friday night to Saturday morning, there will be some showers, but it's not going to be an all-day washout in the night or the daytime. I think steadier rain comes back in Saturday evening and Saturday night. The wintry mix will start becoming an issue north of I-94, especially Rusk County, probably going into Saturday night. That changeover then will come more towards probably I-94 as we go towards Sunday, and then slowly areas closer to I-90 you'll start seeing a changeover or a mix Sunday afternoon or even Sunday night. There is accumulation. It gets more as you go further north, but we're not expecting a lot of accumulation, but still it's going to be quite chilly as we go into Sunday and Sunday night. As for snowfall, most of it's going to stay to the north of the area, but areas close to I-94 could see maybe 1 to 2 inches as we go towards the time period. You'll see towards Sunday, it starts getting a little bit closer to the areas down there. So we could see a little bit of snow, and even towards I-90 going into Monday, a dusting to maybe a ½ inch. So we'll have to keep an eye on this for Monday morning's commute. But right now, the bulk of the accumulation is going to be north. Now, this doesn't take into account ice accumulation, which that could be an issue for Rusk County areas up to the north. You get into that purple, you're looking at a quarter of an inch or more, and that means ice, sleet, ice pellets, and freezing rain. So something to take a note if you're traveling in that direction Saturday night through Sunday. It could be quite treacherous up in that area, but we're not expecting that down here. Unfortunately, it's going to start off next week on the cold side. We should be around the low 50s, but we're going to be more in the mid to upper 40s. And another rain chance comes later in the week as our temperatures begin to climb back up, potentially to the mid 50s by next week. So the news is enjoy the 70s on Friday and that warm temperatures for most of the area, because it's not going to feel that great coming into Sunday.
That's the news.
That's
the
yes.
news.
Get out there and enjoy it, because we may not see 70s for a little bit. No.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Greg. Still to come, a new exhibition all about swimming.
How a design museum is looking back at our love of water from the last 100 years. After the break.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Let's create your dream home at our area's only home show from the La Crosse Area Builders Association. The only home show where you'll meet over 100 businesses ready to make your home remodel dreams happen. Basement to roof, front yard to back. The only home show with Friday date night, Saturday community day, and Sunday family day. Details are at labahomeshow.com. The LABA Home Show is sponsored by Xcel Energy and Olson Solar Energy, March 28th through the 30th at the Onalaska Omni Center.
Brittany Kinzer's cost-cutting policy to hire unlicensed teachers led to tragedy.
The kindergarten teacher has been arrested and charged with sexually assaulting one of his students.
This all happened inside of a classroom.
This criminal had no teaching license and had just been convicted of a gun crime.
They admitted Anderson shouldn't have been hired in the first place.
But Brittany Kinzer's long-standing policies put this kindergarten predator in the classroom. Don't let her run our schools.
Shop Wisconsin's best deals at Black River Furniture Outlet. Find unbeatable prices on sectionals, big or small, to fit every home. Great savings on Ashley sofas and love seats. Style and comfort at a price you'll love. Check out our wide selection of reclining and power furniture, plus custom options from Best Home Furnishings. Experience top-tier comfort with Catnapper Furniture, where relaxation is key. Black River Furniture Outlet, your upholstery headquarters. Family values, veteran-owned, and no corporate hassle. Open 7 days a week in Black River Falls, Wisconsin.
Keeping you safe and ahead of the storm. The first Warn Weather Storm Runner. Only from News 8 Now. Expect more. You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A new exhibition dedicated to all things swimming is opening soon.
Yeah, they're showing everything from Olympic gold medals to rental swimwear from the 1920s. The event showing off more than 200 items that look back at our love of water over the last century. London's Design Museum will host the event starting Friday and lasting until August 17th. So if you didn't have plans to visit London yet before this, now you definitely have to go to check out what swimming has looked like.
Getting us ready for swimsuit season. I like that they're capturing Baywatch, because that was a huge
that was a cultural moment.
Swimming TV show right there.
Yeah.
And probably Michael Phelps will be in there too, hopefully,
most likely.
and all that.
Yeah,
Some
an icon.
notable American characters. All right, Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
It's time for the best deals across the full lineup. F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. We've got Maverick and the North American 2025 Truck of the Year, Ford Ranger, fully prepared.
Did you sleep here last night?
If you stay ready, you don't need to get ready. And this crew is Truck Month ready.
Now get 2.9% financing for 72 months on a new Ford F-150. Plus, for a limited time, $1,000 bonus cash. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Improving your home, improving your life with a better bathroom. In just a day or two, you can enjoy a wonderful new tub or shower that is attractive, easy to care for, and safe. New fixtures, shelves for storage, and grab bars for safety. Be safe, be happy, enjoy bathing again. Be even happier with everything new. Comfort height toilet, vanity, sink, faucet, mirror, light, and new flooring. Call or visit the board store for a prompt free estimate. Get more for less today and every day.
The new Nacho Taco Bravo from Taco John's. Our famous beef crispy taco wrapped in a soft tortilla, all held together by refried beans and warm nacho cheese. This is Nacho Average Taco. Get 2 for just $6, only at Taco John's.
A criminal illegal gang member abused a child here in Wisconsin. Now, President Trump's fighting back. But a liberal judge ordered deportation flights to be turned around. We don't need another liberal judge. We need Brad Schimmel, a judge and prosecutor backed by law enforcement. Schimmel protected victims and safeguarded kids. Tough on crime, unwavering in justice. Vote Brad Schimmel on April 1st. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I did know that back pain, foot pain come along with the job of waiting tables, but since getting the arch supports from the Good Feet store, I have had no pain. I'm more positive. It's like opening up a whole new life, like sunshine coming out.
See how we can help you too at the Good Feet store.
Hey, Dominic here, and I'm back to show you how I personally make my Bloody Marys using our Please Name Bloody Mary mix. First, you'll take a pint glass full of ice, add a spoonful of Please Name Bloody Mary mix, a couple dashes of Worcestershire sauce, a shot or 2 of vodka, and top it off with tomato juice. Want it spicier? Add more mix. Be sure to get your Please Name Bloody Mary mix and 39 other blends at the Please Name Outlet store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Cheers! Worcestershire.
All right, some light rain tonight, won't amount to too much. Otherwise, 60s for most areas Thursday, 70s for a lot of areas, and then it gets really wet, especially Saturday night through Sunday night, and that means a wintry mix as you go further north, so stay tuned for more updates on that. And colder as we go to Sunday and Monday, too.
Okay. Meanwhile, I'm booking my ticket right now to that swimming museum, right?
Get on it right now. Thank you for joining us at 5.